Storm from Racing Blue, a breakthrough in sports nutrition for horses.
Hi everybody, welcome to the DRF race of the day for Friday, November 15th. We're going out to Del Mar. Race number 7 is your race of the day. They're going to go 1 mile on the turf. They're Calbred filly and mares. It's an entry-level allowance with optional $20,000 claiming tags. And let's take a look at the field right now. We've got a field of 8 fillies and mares entered. It looks like a pretty well-matched field. I do think that the horse down on the rail, who is the morning line favorite, Dakiko Cheeks, she does look like a horse of some real potential for trainer Peter Urton, and she is the horse to beat in my opinion. We'll take a look at some of the other contenders first, though, before we get to her. Again, I do think it's a pretty well-matched field. The Timeform US pace projector for the race, we can take a look at that. They're expecting not to be that much speed in this race. The kind of a situation where they think it might favor horses who have positional speed. It can get up there either on or near the early lead. They have number 5, Brahms Command, up there on the early lead on a relatively slow pace. Brahms Command, you know, she is the longest shot on the board in this race. She's 20-1 morning line. She has a little bit of speed. I would think that even if she makes the front in this race, she is hard to make a big case for to win the race. The other horse they have up close is the 3, Rose Dunn. Rose Dunn, you know, she does look like a contender in here. She is exiting, Rose Dunn is a common race for a 3 or for 4 of these fillies, as a matter of fact. Back on October 13th at Santa Anita, similar conditions, a race just like this one, going a mile on the turf. Magnificent QT was in that race. Rose Dunn was in that race. Lucky Miss Jones was also in that race, as was the horse that the pace projector thinks could be on the lead here, Brahms Command. Brahms Command finished last in there. The other 3, though, they finished very close together. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They were all in a photo there for the leftovers behind the 3-5 favorite, Absolutely Perfect, who just won that race very easily. The other 3 fillies all hit it together. I think they're, you know, maybe pretty tough to separate based on that race, although it's worth noting that Rose Dunn basically had a pretty soft trip on the lead in there, was no match when Absolutely Perfect challenged her for it, and then she just got nailed for 2nd by Magnificent QT. I thought Magnificent QT ran okay in there. She got a pretty good trip following the winner. It was no match for her, but was game to get up for 2nd. Lucky Miss Jones, on the other hand, was outrun last in that race. She was still last when they came to the top of the stretch, swinging to the outside. She made a pretty good run, I thought, in that race to just miss 2nd and 3rd. Wound up finishing a close 4th. And then I thought that she ran pretty well. She's lightly raced. Her running style is not ideal for this race, obviously, but she's a horse who could do a little bit better. I wouldn't totally dismiss her chances. Another horse that we can touch on before we move on is the 3, Sapphire Kid. Listen, she's had 24 starts already. She's about to turn 5 years old. She is in for the $20,000 claiming tag here. You know, there are some races on her card, however, that suggest that she can contend with these horses. She's only made 9 of those 24 starts on the turf. She's won 1 of them. She's run a couple of figures that really put her right in the mix with these horses. And she's got some tactical speed. You know, for a horse who's going to be a fair price in this race, I can certainly see using that horse in this race. We'll see what kind of price she goes off at. Before we move on, let's just to go back to Magnificent QT for 1 second, who is exiting that October 13th race at Santa Anita. She is 2nd off the claim. We have a formulator fact for this horse. She is 2nd off the claim for Doug O'Neill. When she made that start back in October, Doug O'Neill had claimed her for $16,000, moved her back to the turf for that race. And Doug O'Neill has very good numbers with horses like this over the past 2 years, as you can see. 2nd off the claim by O'Neill in turf races, 9 for 18. Half of these horses are winning. The big ROI is over $4. So maybe this horse can improve 2nd off the claim. It seems like a lot of these horses do for O'Neill, and if she does, I think she's a contender. But let's get to the morning line favorite here, Dakiko Cheeks. Debuted last October as a 2-year-old. It's her only start as a 2-year-old. She ran really well that day. You know, back off the pace from the start. She made a really strong run through the stretch and just missed at the end. It was a really nice debut. She did not race again for nearly a full year. And we're going to look at a replay now of her maiden win. This is off of nearly a full year on the sidelines. right back against Calbred maidens, and she once again makes a really strong run here. That Bejarano just kept her out in the clear the entire way. He knew he had a ton of horse, and she came with a really good finish to run away from that field in the stretch. That was, in my opinion, a really strong maiden win for this horse. Peter Yerton, again, he does a very good job. And this filly's perfectly drawn towards the inside. Does she have a ton of speed? No. Maybe the pace could work against her, but she's not really a made horse either. I won't be surprised to see Rafael Bejarano keep her in the game from the start here as she breaks from the rail. She is the morning line favorite, but we can just throw the picks up there right now because I am going to make her my top pick. And I realize that she is going to be the favorite in here. But I like her chances in this race. I think she has some real potential. I like both of her turf starts, and I think she's really found the right field here as she comes back to try winners for the first time breaking from the rail. Dakiko Cheeks will be my top pick in the Friday race of the day. Again, it's Del Mar, race number 7. The approximate post time for race number 7, 3:30 Pacific time. Good luck.